Good morning everyone. It's 7:30 in the morning on a Wednesday morning, my fishing day, middle of August, and we're up on Harris Lake again. Now I didn't actually plan to fish here today, although I did sort of half come prepared. I wanted to go up the river. I got up the river before first light, pitch black darkness this morning, about 5 o'clock, just before 5 o'clock. Somebody beat me to the swim. It's the second time I've been beaten to that swim, and the guy was staying there all day after the chat, I found out. So that was the end of my river session, and it was only 5 o'clock in the morning. So I thought about it for a while, and I thought, I know what, I'll come over to Harris Lake for another attempt at trying to catch one of these very, very elusive Crucian carp. Elusive for me anyway. So this is my 5th trip up to Harris Lake, and I'm so hoping for one of those lovely golden Crucians. Well, it's about 10 o'clock now, and this is the first fish of the day. Small male tench. But it's a fish. Hopefully it's going to get better. The forecast rain hasn't arrived yet. In fact, the sun's just starting to break through, so I don't know what the weather forecast is now, but I do think that rain's coming. Anyway, first tench of the day, small male. Well, it's about 10:30 now, and I've still had just that one tench. You know, I'm just not getting any bites at all, really. But the frustrating thing is that, I don't know if you can see it out there, the swim's absolutely alive with bubbles. There's fish fizzing everywhere, tench rolling, and I just can't get a bite. You know, I think they're sussing out the rigs, because I cast out and I do get a little sort of slight little twitch, and that's about it. Nothing after that, and I'll leave it out there for quite a while, and eventually I'll wind in, put another pellet cone on, cluster of bait, chuck it back out there. Pretty soon after casting I'll get a slight little twitch or even a lift of the line, and that's it. So I've tried float fishing as well, and no bites there. I think I'm just going to have to sit it out and wait for them to sort of start feeding a bit more heavily. But at least I've had a fish, and it looks like the storm's not coming. You know, all this heavy rain and thunderstorms and all the rest of it, flash flooding. Suddenly I need my sunglasses on. It's crazy. It's unexpected but pleasant. Anyway, I'll keep plugging away and hopefully get a few more fish. Well, it's not a monster, but finally it's a Crucian. Changed it over to 2 little buoyant casters. Finally managed to snare tiny little Crucian. Well, there we go. Finally a decent tench. I've been sitting here all day. Loads of bites, but finally a nice one. Well, it's just about 2 o'clock now, and it's another familiar story. Time's running out yet again. You know, I've got 3 hours left, and I still haven't had that decent, I mean £2 plus Crucian. Okay, I've got a bit closer this time. I've had a tiny little baby Crucian and a couple of tench, but on the whole it's been a very slow day. The rain that was expected hasn't arrived, or it hasn't arrived yet. Had a few rumbles of thunder, but amounted to nothing. But I've had this bubbling all day long. They've been fizzing and fizzing and fizzing, and I've been catapulting out the pellets, and there's bubbles everywhere. And I'm getting these little finicky takes all the time. You know, I've scaled right down to a single fake caster on a size 16 on one of the rods now, in an effort to try and pick these fish up. You know, every now and then I'll get a half decent take, or you know, one that goes right the way up, and I strike, and miss it. How the hell did I miss it, you know? But I did have a little flurry of action when there was, the bailiff was here and there was a couple of other guys chatting, and I had that sort of £4.5 tench a little while ago. And sorting that out, and the other rod went screaming off, you know, bang, up it went, the wheel handle was spinning round backwards, good old fashioned, old school churner, but reminded me why I don't fish churner anymore, because the line got a bit tangled round behind the bail arm. I frantically got it undone and got the fish in, just about to net it, and it drops off, so that was another tench. And since then I've been continuing to get these odd little bleeps. The line tightens up, you know, get a couple of bleeps, maybe lifts up, and then that's it. I don't get another take, and the only way to get any action is to put another cluster of bait on and chuck it back out there, and off it goes again, then nothing. So it's tricky fishing. It's keeping me on my toes, that's for sure, but still haven't had that Crucian. I've got 3 hours left. I think I sussed out what all these small little jittery takes are. It's mainly these things, rud, taking it as soon as I get it out there, and small tench. 2 takes at the same time here. And another hard earned decent tench. Lovely clean one, this one. 4.5 to 5 pounds probably. Nice female. And one I'm happy with on this really tough day. Still got a couple of hours left, so still keeping my fingers crossed for that Crucian. But in the meantime, it's a nice tench. Lovely fish. Well, I don't know if you can see or hear that, but we've got the forecast thunderstorm rolling in now. The sky's looking pretty black behind me. Just started to rain a little bit, a few odd rumbles of thunder, and it's like 3:45, 3:30, quarter to 4. So I've got about another hour and a half, I guess. I've managed to stay dry all day, but it looks like I might get soaking wet right at the last moment. I'm still going to fish up to 5 o'clock, of course, because there's always a chance, but hopefully I won't get wet, but not looking too good, is it? Well, unfortunately I didn't miss the rain. It's 4 o'clock now, you know, an hour to go, and it's a pity that the rain couldn't have held off for another hour, because I would have had a nice dry pack up. But having sat here all day in blazing hot sunshine, at some point I had to put my cap on and my sunglasses. Suddenly this lot's come in, and it looks like it's going to be a wet pack up in another hour's time. Anyway, I've had a couple more fish. I've had two small tench, you know, I just put them straight back on the left hand rod, casting towards the pads. Had a few roach and rudd, lots of little pools. But as I say, you know, I've got to pack up in this in an hour's time, so here it comes. Not looking good at all, is it? Oh dear. Oh well, there you go. Hope I don't get a run in this. It's not looking too good, is it? I think I'm going to get wet here. I've got about 3/4 of an hour till I pack up, and it shows no sign of stopping, so I'm just going to have to brave it. Oh well.